Hello there, and welcome to this message on ideal client clarity. And I really want to talk about why, if you're not clear on the details or some of the characteristics or who your ideal client is and what they're really all about, it's gonna cost you. So today's message, lack of ideal client clarity, is likely costing you. So we're gonna dive into the marketing tips and a spiritual way to make this fun, because it doesn't have to be hard and you don't have to sit down and go through all the demographics and be like, oh, all of that. So let's dive in to more of this message. So it's likely costing you, and you've probably already experienced something like this already, where you're out and about or you're talking to someone and they're like, so what do you do? Or who do you help? And you try to explain it and they don't really get it. They don't really understand it. Or you don't even get that far and there's some sort of just I don't know, general statement of health coach or nutrition coach or yoga teacher or Pilates teacher or whatever. Those, by the way, it's still helpful to have niche and ideal client clarity. Just because you have that connection of you don't usually work with anyone and everyone with this, that, and the other, but you work with someone specifically and with this specific need or desire, because that helps you step into your zone of genius and get even better and better and more confident into whatever that area or specialty or niche is. So it makes it more helpful. So if you've already experienced that lack of clarity and feeling like it has kind of cost you either referrals or clients because you weren't really sure how to communicate who you help and what you do, then this is definitely for you. So really, with the purpose of getting clear on your ideal client is that when you know who you help, it's easy to communicate to others so they know, and then they can pass along your name and they can pass along who you help and why and what that looks like. And it just makes it so much easier. So you're not just going through the mud of not being able to see clearly or connect clearly, or others really see and discover you. So some marketing tips on this: you want to grab a notebook and pen and ask yourself these questions so you can shine a light on who is the ideal client that you would like to work with. So if you're ready, number one, are you clear on who your ideal client actually is? Take a look at it. Are you clear or not? And even if you are clear, this exercise could still be good for you to get even more clear or bring in an element of a characteristic or detail from one of your current favorite clients. This isn't a one and done type of exercise. This is actually something that I always, look at too, to make sure the communication and clarity around this is so on point. So that's the first question. Really get clear. Yes or no. Are you clear? Number two, are you clear on what your ideal client actually wants? So what is she, he, they, all the things? What do they want? what do they actually want? I mean, and we could get crazy. And of course, maybe they want like $1 million, and maybe they really do. But from what you have to offer with that education or empowerment or guidance, finding that key of like what they want, and for you to bring in the element of like the A to B transformation to bring it together to get them towards that of what they actually want. So, are you clear on what they actually want? Number 3, are you clear on why you actually want to work with this ideal client? And truth be told, I have found, maybe the hard way, of like not being clear with actually attracting some clients when I wasn't so clear on who I didn't want to work with. And I'll give you more details on this too. But no, like even though you're a coach or wellness health practitioner, like you don't have to say yes to everyone or anyone. Like you get to draw the line and decide who you want to help. And better yet, you're going to be even better off. And so were they going to be even better off if you stick to the wants and characteristics and things from what you want out of this ideal client. So are you clear on why you actually want to work with this ideal client? So another thing, money is great. I love money. That really lights me up because it enables me to do so many things with myself, my business, all the things. However, when there is a trade-off or exchange where you're saying yes to an ideal client that is just like absolutely draining you and absolutely just like taking you through the ringer, there is like a point where you're like, I don't even want the money. Like they can't pay me enough to work with me. And you'll know. And like I said, I've had this where when I wasn't clear, I was attracting some of those clients who were not ideal. And it's awkward to tell them no or to try to like just end the conversation or give them referrals or resources or whatever. But yeah, you get to choose. Even if you're out to help people, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to help anyone and everything with everything. So if you're clear on why, like for instance, you are just like so lit up when a client forms the habit of creating a bedtime ritual, or when they stop eating something that they know is hurting them, or they stop drinking something they know is hurting them, and you're just like, yes, oh my gosh, that's such a good feeling to see them have that success. And like that really drives you with seeing them really actually do the things that you're guiding them and educating and empowering them to do. Like that can be way more than the money actually is, which obviously we want both, but really getting clear on the why behind it. So the bonus tip that I have for you to really make this fun so you can get clear on your ideal client clarity is to make an ideal client manifestation list. So if you're into the woo, into the spirituality, which I totally am, and I've had success doing one of these manifestation lists like many times over, it's like literally one of the things I believe helped me find my husband 12 years ago after I saw this concept on Oprah. So you want to obviously get your notebook, pen, get like into the groove if you need like tea or champagne or water or candles or essential oils, like whatever it is to like get in the zone for this, is like you're going to sit down and list out, I don't know, like 10 or 12 sounds like a good flow to get into of like, what do you want your client, your ideal client to look like, to be like, to do, to want? What is she struggling with? What does her life look like? What are her favorite things? The desires, just more of those characteristics that aren't so like logical, like she makes this amount of money, she's this age, she lives in this, like make it a little bit more fun. So here are some examples of the key characteristics of my ideal clients so you can get an idea. So my ideal client, she has a story of health transformation, and to be completely honest, this stems from my journey. So it's like my personal brand, my favorite quote, one of my favorite quotes is "No mud, no lotus." And it's really interesting because my clients actually tend to also love lotus flowers. And it's actually my logo. It's been my logo for 4 years now. One of the other things on my ideal client manifestation list is that she has a mission and a passion for health and to be a hashtag boss babe. She's very creative. Most of my clients, to be honest, have so many ideas. They come to me because they don't even know where to start. My ideal client is also open-minded about woo and spirituality and how all of that can become her superpower, because she's likely a little bit exhausted and burnt out from overworking herself from other careers and past chapters and past lives, all of the things. So she definitely wants to step into the power of having that spirituality and learning how to really step into feminine and divinity and all of that. She's also determined to make real money for herself because she has these big goals. She wants to support herself or her family in a bigger way that's more than just like surviving to be paycheck and paycheck or pay the bills, but to expand and travel to have nice things, high vibe experiences, hire a team to help her build her business, hire coaches to help her grow her business and herself. And last but not least, she also wants to make money so that she can maybe get a dog or 5 and help charities, because that also feels good too. And my ideal client is also willing to show up and do the work, even with fear and past trauma, because she knows that's part of the process that I guide her through. And last but not least, my ideal client dreams about having the lifestyle, the finances, and fulfillment with complete freedom, because she chooses to believe she can have, be, and do it all. So that sounds like you. You know how to connect with me. But for you, take some time. Now it's your turn. Create your ideal client manifestation list if you haven't already. So have fun with it. Like I said, if you're stuck on deciding, choosing, or getting clear on your ideal client details, let's definitely connect, because this is one of the things, the big things that I help my clients have success with, besides the packaging and programs and prices and all of those business strategy, and of course the mindset for you to not be in perfection paralysis around this, but for you to move forward, have fun with it, and step into actually being the coach who has paying clients and gets the testimonials and gets the money and can do, be, and have all the things. So the link below, you can apply to connect with me on what program is right for you if you're called. And if not, comment below with at least letting me know you have accepted this challenge to create your ideal client manifestation list. Be sure to subscribe, like, share this if it spoke to you, and I will talk with you very, very soon. Lots of love. Bye.